You can't hear a word we're saying because it's so windy. Smile. Yay!
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, thank you so much for joining. Today I will be sharing with you my newborn essentials. These are of course things that have worked for Levi and I. They're not necessarily things that will work for everybody, but they're just the things that we found the most helpful during the newborn stage. These are just my honest thoughts on things that have helped us the most through Levi's first few months of life. Starting with my number one essential, white noise has been an absolute must for us. Living next to a construction site, white noise has been our absolute saving grace, and it is something that we use every single time Levi goes to sleep. We just use the Amazon Dot, which has a built-in sound machine through the Alexa skills. So we use the Sleep Sounds app and it is amazing. The only downfall to the Sleep Sounds app is that it does talk at the beginning and at the end, which is kind of annoying, so you have to leave it on the whole time and start it before you sort of start to get him settled down. We also use it to control the lights in his room as well, so it sort of serves both purposes there for us. So my next essential has got to be a baby bouncer. When Levi was born, he's waking up. I'll be back. All right, I'm back with Levi. He's decided he's not napping anymore. So when Levi was born, we had the Ingenuity swing, but it just was so impractical. It is huge, the legs are huge, they swing out, it's so hard to move around, and to be honest, he didn't actually like being in it. So it really just wasn't good for us. Obviously, I know so many people rave about them, which is why we got one, but he just didn't like it. Being home all day with a newborn means that it's a lot harder to do simple things like take a shower or go to the toilet. So the bouncer for me was sort of the thing that saved me there, because it was easy to carry around. I could move it to any part of the house that I needed it to be in, and if I just needed my hands free for a couple of seconds, I could pop him in there, he was entertained, or he would sleep in there. It just meant that I could take 2 minutes to hop in the shower, make myself a sandwich or go to the toilet without worrying about him in my arms. So that's something that definitely for us has been a necessity. Next, I want to talk about Infant's Friend. Levi was such a colicky newborn. He was so gassy. He used to just scream and scream and scream for hours, which just broke our hearts, and it made everything so much harder. We couldn't go anywhere. It was so hard to get him down to sleep. I struggled going out during the day as well. He seemed to be one of those babies that wasn't just a nighttime colicky baby, he was just always colicky. And our midwife actually recommended to us to try Infant's Friend, so that's what we ended up doing. We went to the chemist and we bought some Infant's Friend, and it is amazing. We still sometimes use it now on him every now and then. He's definitely gotten heaps better, but it's still something that we have in the fridge and we pull it out if we need to. He can see himself. But yeah, that is something that if you have a colicky baby, I would definitely recommend it. It's made completely of natural products, so it's not it's made completely of natural products, so it's not something that you need to be overly concerned about. We started with the lowest dose when we gave it to him, and we really haven't gone up from there anyway. He seems to just need a tiny bit, and it helps him so much. Number 4 on my list is a feeding chair or a glider. My feeding chair is something that I didn't use a whole great deal in the first couple of weeks, but since then I use mine to rock Levi to sleep, and also to just get a bit more comfortable with feeding during the night. It can be exhausting getting up and down feeding, and I just found that I needed somewhere comfortable where I could sit and rest as well and just be able to feed comfortably. 5th on the list is a humidifier. From birth, Levi suffered from really bad nasal congestion, and using the humidifier has helped him get a better sleep. but it's also improved our sleep. So it's something that I feel like we probably needed the whole time, but we just didn't realize we needed it. My next essential is a co-sleeper. The newborn stage is often also referred to as the 4th trimester. This definitely was something that rang true for us. During the first 2 months, Levi would only sleep close to me or on me, so the co-sleeper saved me precious minutes of sleep. As long as it's done safely, this is definitely a great option to help you out with your sleep during this time. Now, this last idea is something that I laughed at the idea of when I was pregnant. It is a pram rocker. Now, these are so helpful when it comes to getting out of the house. It just helps to keep your baby sleeping while you're stopping. So if you're on the move, they're sleeping, they love lots of movement, sort of recreates the feeling of being in the womb when they're rocked around. So when you stop the pram, quite often they will wake up, which is such a pain when you're trying to just sit down for 2 minutes and have something to eat. So for us, the pram rocker was something that definitely helped us out. In those first couple of weeks, we found that anytime we went out, we'd sit down, we'd stop moving, and Levi would wake up and all he would do was cry and want to be held, which is obviously, that's what parenting is about, but at the same time it's nice to just stop and take a breather for a couple of minutes. So that was something that definitely ended up being an essential for us. It was something that I really never thought we would use, but I do not regret buying one. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you will enjoy and got some valuable insight. And if you are expecting a baby, then all the best with the newborn stage. It really is wonderful. It's tiring, but, oh, Levi's chewing on my finger. It is tiring, but it's so worth it, and you will make it through, so just remember that. All right, guys, I'll see you on Friday. Bye.